Are the Houston Astros going to be extending Carlos Correa? I give my thoughts next, guys. Cue the intro. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead. Your host, as always, Harley Dugan. The Houston Astros, they're in a bit of a roadblock right now with Carlos Correa. Los Correa. Look, man, I love Carlos Correa. And yes, I'm about to drop an unpopular opinion. Bear with me, Astro fans. I understand Carlos Correa is a saint for the Astros in the city of Houston. Like, Correa is a saint. This is the guy that we all know that just came out and stood face on Cody Bellinger, stood face on the Dodgers in baseball and the Yankees and Joe Kelly and said, "Come at me." Correa is a saint in the city of Houston and for the Astros, and I understand that. But I have an unpopular opinion that I think needs to be listened to. When I look at Carlos Correa, I look at his injury history. He's been injured 7 times with the Houston Astros, in all of those in a span of 4 years, from 2016 to 2019. 16, 17, 18, 19. Yes, that's 4 years. So he's been injured 7 times within those 4 years, one of the times being on the 60-day disabled list. Last year, he was not hurt. 2015, he also wasn't hurt. Both of those seasons was shortened for him. 2020, granted, for COVID. 2015, he was called up sometime halfway through the year, near the All-Star break, I remember, something like that. Been a while back. Don't remember too well. His injuries history is still a problem for me, just because he hasn't completed a season, really. You know, he hasn't, and I understand you're not going to finish 162 games. Like, that's extremely impossible, okay? But I need him to get somewhere close. And it's just a problem that I think Houston Astros fans have kind of guided their attention away from, because just last year around August of 2019, and, like, we were knowing Carlos Correa to possibly be an injury-prone kind of player, a superstar player, but is he injury-prone? That was the biggest question. You got multiple articles writing about that, even the Houston Chronicle writing about these things. So I do want to keep the attention on that just a little bit. Like, I understand. Look, Carlos Correa, he's a saint for the city of Houston. Absolute God. He's the one that came out against MLB and said, "Hey, man,
if you don't know the facts, then you got to shut
But Carlos Correa, you look at him postseason, most postseason hits in MLB history, 17 home runs, 50 RBIs, has about a 280 average in his career in the postseason. Look, he's one of the most clutch hitters that we've seen as an Astro fan. The guy does it many, many times. I call him Captain Clutch here at home because that's who he is. We call him Los for a reason. Okay, he is the leader of the locker room. But I do want to delve into the second option that I didn't earlier, and it's the option of Jeremy Pena. Jeremy Pena looks like he could be a stud. He has a similar Carlos Correa size. He is just like Fruity Snova, but bigger. The thing with Fruity Snova, and if you don't know him, look him up. One of our prospects for the Houston Astros, a defensive prospect that Jeremy Pena was, exactly alike. They both have MLB level type defense. The biggest problem for both of them was the bat. Well, that is no more for Jeremy Pena. Jeremy Pena has improved. He has gotten bigger. His build is bigger. He looks like a guy that can now not only play defense, but can also back it up on the offensive side of the ball. And it's someone that I think the Astros might take a look into, especially if he has a good spring training, especially. Like, this is another option that I think the Astros will look into. Now, whether or not they keep Correa is up to them. In my opinion, Correa just looks like that guy that's going to want top money. And I just don't know if I'm willing to give a guy top money like Correa. And I understand. I could be totally wrong. Maybe he hasn't hit his peak yet. Let's be real. I mean, his best season was about 25 home runs and 90 RBIs. I need a little bit more. If I'm going to pay you top money, I need a little bit more than this, okay? And I understand. I'm asking for a lot, but if I'm giving big money, I'm asking for a lot in return. Is Carlos Correa going to be on this Houston Astros team? Gun to my head, put money on it. Yes, I think the Astros extend him. I think they do, and I think they look at an alternative route. Possibly they either trade a Jeremy Pena to get a top pitching prospect or somebody that's trade baitable for the Houston Astros where they can control the contract for many, many years. Someone like that would be interesting. Or do they look at another route? And the route is this. Carlos Correa mentioned third base, right? And yes, that was if he went into free agency and whatnot, but he's open to it. And look, I'm just delving into the crystal ball here. But Jose Altuve ain't no spring chicken. And I love Altuve. I mean, Houston. We literally love Jose Altuve. Like, let's get real. But at the end of the day, he ain't no spring chicken. He's getting there. And look, I love Altuve. I know his batting average will stay up. You don't lose hitting. Like, he's just a pure contact hitter. But the idea of moving Alex Bregman to possibly second base, Correa to third, and Pena to short, or Pena to third and Correa at short with Bregman at second, you still keep the defense on the infield. You get younger, and you got a guy in Jeremy Pena who I think is going to be an absolute stud for the Houston Astros. Watch him out this spring training. So that's it for today's video, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for the notice to turn on. Drop your comments, your reactions down below in the comment section. What do you think is going to happen with the Carlos Correa situation? Do you think he's going to get extended? Do you think he gets traded? Do you think he, just leaves the team? Whatever. Drop your comments on the Houston Astros down below. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets. Go Rockets. Go Texans. Y'all have a blessed day.